Greetings in the name of the Most High, Jah Rastafari. My good name is Marley Moses, the positive warrior, alongside...
Yes, sir, DJ D-Rage, the baddest. Each and every Wednesday from 10 p.m. on KBC Channel 1 TV.
Tunakuletea the biggest reggae party in 254 in a yard extra. Extra niceness of reggae music.
Extra dose of entertainment.
When the thing is nice, we
have to do it twice.
Guys, there is this new product I am selling. Would you be interested?
What product?
Mind your business. It works wonders and it is good for human consumption.
Lucy is a cow. Okay, I've had enough for the day.
You bought a cow in Nairobi and you are all living in rentals.
Today you look very different and bombastic. Connie, are you going for an interview?
I learned indeed and I passed with flying colors.
Oh, here we go again. Can't you guys keep private? This was private. You are just tap to anyone you people believe.
Good afternoon and a warm welcome to KBC Lunchtime News. Time to have a look at the news shaping up the new conversation in the country at this hour. My name is Bentro Enjoy. Thank you indeed so much for joining us. Now straight to the news. More than 100 Pentecostal bishops from across the country have urged the government to reconsider the proposed law aimed at regulating religious organizations. Led by National Gospel Ministers Alliance Chairman Bishop Ndicho, the clerics further termed the proposed regulation as unconstitutional, saying the process of drafting the bill lacked adequate public participation. They say the move appeared to target Pentecostal churches unfairly by applying strict and punitive regulations that could hinder the freedom of worship and erode the sanctity of religious affairs. The bishop spoke after a meeting at the Healing Center Church in Ruiru, Kiambu County.
Mwanzo mpaka mwisho inakuja kuambia wahubiri wa makanisa baribari ya kwamba watanyimwa ruksa na serikali ya kuhubiri. Pastors na wahubiri na maaskofu wataenda interview kuwa vetted ama kuchunguzwa na kamati ambao hata hawajasema ni kamati gani. Sasa tunashindwa, askofu mzima atachunguzwa na atakuwa vetted na nani?
Tunasikia ni ya kwamba ni kama kuna katazwa uhuru wa kuhubiri Kenya. We definitely feel ni kama kuna katazwa injili ikasambae. Tupewe nafasi ya public participation as the stakeholders na ili tukaweze kuongelelea na kukuja na mambo mwafaka ambayo sisi wote tutakubaliana na ili injili iendelee.
And in other news, the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission has arrested Peter Odhiambo Agoro, the chairperson of the Consortium of Civil Societies in Kenya, over extortion of 3 million shillings from a chief executive officer of a state corporation. Odhiambo was allegedly arrested at a Nairobi hotel where he had gone to receive 1.5 million shillings as a down payment. The commission, through its spokesperson Eric Ngumbi, said the civil society leader demanded a 3 million shilling bribe as an inducement and facilitation fee so as not to pursue and publicize accusations of procurement malpractices against the unnamed CEO. The commission has also arrested 2 senior port health officials at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport accused of issuing yellow fever vaccine certificates to foreigners arriving in Kenya without administering the vaccines and in return soliciting and receiving bribes. Elsewhere, the Kenya Judges Warfare Association is demanding the immediate reinstatement of the withdrawn security and driver assigned to High Court Judge Lawrence Mugambi and subsequent apology from the National Police Service Commission. In a press briefing, the association's president, Patrick Otieno, noted that the security of judicial officers is not a privilege but a constitutional benefit. The judges have in the meantime reached out to the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, IPOA, to investigate the conduct of the officer who directed the withdrawal of Judge Mugambi's driver and security.
As we speak here, the judge has neither driver nor bodyguard. We remind Inspector Riri and the persons whose unlawful authority is executing that the services of a driver and security to a judge are not privileges accorded to a judge at the whim of the Inspector General, but considerable benefits one cannot take away without being seen to affront the Constitution. We see it as an onslaught on both the Constitution and the rule of law. It is an assault on the office of all judges in Kenya and the institution they serve. We see Inspector Riri as the face and instrument of this violation and the only disclosed offender, and now issue a notice that we shall take all legal measures, including moving the court to declare him unfit to hold a public office. We therefore demand of the National Police Service Commission, pursuant to provisions of Article 146(3) of the Constitution, the immediate reinstatement of the judges, driver, and security. We demand of the Inspector General, as the ultimate duty bearer, the immediate and unequivocal apology, together with an assurance that such will not be repeated under his watch and tenure.
Elsewhere, the National Police Service has denied a plot to intimidate judges following the withdrawal of bodyguards assigned to Justice Lawrence Mugambi, terming the move as administrative. Speaking after holding a consultative meeting with security officers in Nairobi, Acting Inspector General of Police Gilbert Masengeli said the police has made the necessary adjustments to ensure Justice Mugambi's safety after recalling the 2 bodyguards assigned to him for training. Masengeli stated that the Office of the Inspector General of Police is responsible for the independent command of the police force, and no person has any authority to try and dictate the office. Masengeli, however, did not comment on his 6-month jail term for contempt of court, even as he denied claims of disrespecting the court's order, saying he was away attending a security assessment forum in Coast and Northeastern region.
Contrary to the allegation by the Judicial Service Commission yesterday that the security details assigned to the Honorable Justice Mugambi has been thrown to intimidate the charge, we wish to clarify that allegations were ill-intended. The 2 security officers in question are general duty officers, and they were therefore recalled to attend VIP protection security training, and also were replaced by 2 VIP protection officers from the Judicial Police Unit. The National Police Service plays a critical role in the national security of our country. Consequently, the independent command and control of police is vested in the Inspector General. Mambo yaliyo kotini hatuongei kwa mitandao. Asanteni.
And in other news, a section of Kikuyu elders from Kiambu County has accused some elected politicians from the Mount Kenya region of seeking to sow divisions between Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua and Interior Cabinet Secretary Professor Kithure Kindiki. Reacting to the Nyahururu declaration made on Thursday last week by 48 members of parliament that Professor Kindiki will be the region's link to development projects by the national government, The elders cautioned against distraction from the needs of the electorate by kingpin politics that have rocked the region. They called on MPs to concentrate on legislation and holding the executive accountable instead of engaging in divisive politics.
Tulichagua MPs, tulichagua MCAs, tulichagua governors. Sasa hii uchaguzi mwingine wanasema ati iko Kidiki, iko anaitwa Gachagua. Hiyo sio yetu. Sisi tunafuata ile serikali iliingia. Ile serikali iko ndio tunafuatilia.
Tunaona watu wetu wale tulituma bunge wanaenda wanapigana wote. Kwa hivyo hata maendeleo, hata president akitaka kuleta maendeleo Kiambu hawezi, sababu tukienda pande hii tunapiga huyu, tukienda pande hii nyingine tunapiga huyu mwingine. Kwa hivyo tungeomba wabunge wetu, sababu walisahau na wajiko.
From the mountain to the lakeside, where Ugenya Member of Parliament and the party leader of the Movement for Democracy and Growth, David Ochieng, has called for fresh vetting of all public-private partnership projects, saying that Kenyans could be losing more investments. Speaking at Ukwala East location, Chief's office in Siranga Trading Center, after commissioning several projects funded by the Constituency Development Fund, Ochieng urged Kenyans to be vigilant and help stop pilferage of country's resources by corrupt individuals.
We want to subject all projects being done by the way of PPP must be stopped forthwith so that they are vetted, they are looked at afresh before they are implemented. We don't want a situation where our country's assets are being sold at the cheap to people that are dubious, people that are shadowy, people whose histories we don't know.
And to the coast now, where schools in Rabai Sub-County, Kilifi County are set to enjoy free water after the area Member of Parliament, Anthony Kenga, committed to drill boreholes as a way of solving water problems in the area. Launching the drilling of the water borehole at Canon Kuri Secondary School, Kenga said that water problem in the area has affected service delivery, including especially in learning institutions where school authorities are forced to purchase water from far, hence consuming a lot of capitation money. He pledged that in collaboration with the Kilifi County government, he will construct more boreholes in schools and ensure residents in adjacent villages also benefit.
Hii maji imechimbwa na imeonjwa, ni maji safi kabisa. Canon Kuri hoye! Na mimi niseme mbali na hapa, mbali na shule, tutatoa pipe nyingine nje ili wakazi wote wa hapa maeneo hii ya Mnyalani, maeneo yote hii ya Simakeni, na Kailo, na kule kwa Saha, wote watakuwa na kunywa maji hapa.
Kuna wakati watoto walikuwa wanapitia shida, wanabeba maji kutoka nyumbani ndio waje kushinda wasome, lakini hilo umeshalitatua. Sisi tunachokuomba mheshimiwa, usichoke na sisi. Umetuchimbia kisima, bado tumelia kwamba kuna laboratory inahitaji vifaa.
Elsewhere, 2 journalists are seeking justice after they sustained injuries while covering a fire incident at Roto Tank Company in Nairobi. Fred Mochama, the KBC, and Victor Mogoa from K24 were reportedly assaulted by staff members at the said company to stop them from reporting on the outbreak. The duo, who are currently on medication, had their equipment damaged during the altercation. The cause of the blaze is yet to be established.
Destruction of property. The response was so quick. I want to thank all the teams. Destruction of property. The response was so quick. I want to... destruction of property.
Scafo environmentalists are calling upon Kenyans to embrace the culture of planting bamboo trees along riparian lands. They say the deep root system of bamboo make it an effective tool for water conservation and control soil erosion along the river lines. Speaking during a bamboo planting exercise along River Athi in Machakos County, the environmentalist led by John Kakui, chairman of Kisaka Foundation Kenya, noted that bamboo trees are crucial in tackling the impacts of climate change, as it plays a great role in reducing carbon footprints from the atmosphere, among other benefits.
Bamboo mjuavyo nyote mizizi yake huwa inatengeneza maji, na kwa sababu haya maji ya mto Athi ni mabaya kutokana na ile takataka ambayo inamwagwa hapa na makampuni yale yanafanya kazi hapa karibu, tunapanda bamboo kuanzia kwa mpaka wa Kajiado County na Machakos hapo mpaka huko chini. Tunataka kupanda bamboo maelfu na maelfu. Tafadhalini vijana, kujeni mjiunge na mashirika kama vile Kisaka Foundation Kenya ili tuendelee kupanda miti, ndio inji yetu iwe sawasawa. Mpaka huko chini tunataka kupanda bamboo maelfu na maelfu. Tafadhalini vijana, kujeni mjiunge na mashirika kama vile Kisaka Foundation Kenya ili tuendelee kupanda miti, ndio inji yetu iwe sawasawa.
From conservation matters, we look at the cabinet, and for these shows, we are looking at Kipruto Arap Kirwa, former Minister of Agriculture.
Kipruto Arap Kirwa was born in September 1959 and studied at Kapsabet High School and later at Mangu High School before joining the Kenya Technical Teachers College for a diploma in agricultural engineering. He later joined the Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology for a degree in agricultural engineering. From 1986 to 1988, he was a teacher and headmaster at Tilol Secondary School in present-day Uasin Gishu County. He also holds a Master of Science in Applied Management and Leadership from the Management University of Africa and a Master of Arts in International Studies from the University of Nairobi. He pursued a doctorate degree in International Studies at the University of Nairobi. His entry into Parliament in 1990 came through a by-election when John Kirwa Rotich, who had won the seat in 1988, had his election nullified in court after the long-time holder of the seat, Masinde Muliro, lodged an election petition. In Parliament, Kirwa had a knack for speaking his mind on matters affecting his Cherangani constituency, which he represented for nearly 2 decades. He championed the rights of his people, whose main economic mainstay was agriculture, to access better markets for their produce. He also opposed the dumping of cheap imported grains, which depressed prices, especially during harvest season. From 1998 to 2002, Kirwa served as Agriculture Assistant Minister in President Daniel Arap Moi's government. By 2000, Kirwa had decamped from KANU to the opposition, becoming an important cog in the wheel that was the National Alliance Party of Kenya, NAC. He worked closely with Mwai Kibaki behind the scenes to shape NARC into a formidable coalition that brought together Kibaki's Democratic Party, DP, Ford Kenya, led by Kijana Wamalwa, and Charity Ngilu's National Party of Kenya. Kirwa won the Cherangani parliamentary seat in 2002 on a Ford Kenya NARC ticket. In 2003, President Mwai Kibaki appointed Kipruto Arap Kirwa to the agriculture docket, where he served until 2007. He was vanquished in 2007 by Joshua Kutunyi, who vied on an Orange Democratic Movement Party ticket. Even after his loss in 2007, President Mwai Kibaki appointed him the Intergovernmental Authority on Development, IGAD Special Envoy to Somalia, Peace and National Reconciliation, where he served between 2008 and 2012. In 2013, he contested the Trans Nzoia Senate seat on a new Ford Kenya ticket and lost to Ford Kenya's Henry Ole Ndiema. In January 2017, Kirwa moved to Musalia Mudavadi's Amani National Congress and became the party's deputy leader. In that year's election, he emerged third in his second bid for the Trans Nzoia Senate seat that was won by Jubilee's Michael Mbito.
Moving on, nominated member of the Nairobi County Assembly, Joy Muthoni Mwangi, claims her life is in danger following an alleged assault by the Komarok member of County Assembly, Chris Mtumishi. According to the nominated MCA, Mtumishi hijacked the project she had initiated at the Komarok ward, which led to an altercation where she was assaulted and injured. Mtumishi Hayo presented himself to Kayole police station and said the matter will be solved in court.
Kia vita ambayo MCA wa Komarok Chris Mtumishi alinipiga, alinigonga ngumi kutoka pande ya kando. Alikuwa amesimama kando yangu, kastukia ngumi mzito imetokea kwa kichwa hapa, kajuma ulimi, kastukia imekuwa unconscious for 3 good seconds nikisonga nyuma. Kustukia nimeshikiliwa kutoka kule nyuma, but mguu yangu nayo ikahappen kutwist, so nikavunjika mguu hiyo ya right. Na wenzangu wenye walichapwa pamoja na mimi pia wamekuwa under medication, painkillers, mmoja amevunjika kutoka nyuma hizi kwenda kazini, mwingine alibiwa simu, mwingine alivunjiwa simu. Hiyo yote ilifanyika na yeye na watu wake. Sababu gani? Mimi kupeleka maendeleo mahali kunaitwa Jada.
Mimi niliitwa na nimekuja, kufanya kuandika statement, na kazi yote imefanywa na wakili na OCS Kayole. So kazi yetu sasa ni kukojea polisi wafanye kazi yao.
Elsewhere, the National Fire Brigade Association Consultative Forum on the Fire and Rescue Services Professional Bill 2023 engagement is currently underway at the Meridian Court Hotel right here in the capital Nairobi. Let's first of all listen in.
So that various members can give more input and more ideas. Like today, we've gathered much ideas that we didn't have, and we believe such ideas are very worthy for this document. Thank you very much.
Okay, why now, and what do you want to achieve? Why now?
What we want to achieve is a full...
Why now?
Now the country is faced by a myriad of fire disasters, and we cannot ignore it that the other day we just lost several students. 21 is a bigger number to lose at a go. And not that, the other day we had a blast in Embakasi. So many fire incidences. After the last fire incidents, we've had a number of 8 schools experiences the same incidents. So what is happening? How can we mitigate it? That is why we are stepping up this run now.
This forum is from this team from when? Are they all experts?
This team is from, these are all experts from National Kenya Fire Brigades Association. Some are from private sectors. We have G4S, Kenya Pipeline, Kenya Airports Authority, Office of the Auditor General, all these have come to contribute towards this worthy document.
Okay, what gap does this forum want to address that we have been experiencing in the country?
The gap is we have firemen, yes, but are they well coordinated to respond to disasters or when the fire incidents occur? Just like a question, how long does it take for a fire engine to leave a station to reach the scene of incidents? It takes 1 hour, 2 hours. In other countries, it takes 4 minutes. So what is lacking in us that cannot make a response to such incidents within the recommended time?
Yesterday, the fire was in
There has been a media briefing by the Kenya National Fire Brigade Association. They are responding to a number of issues, including the turnaround time that, in light of the Nyeri Hillside Academy fire, the turnaround time, they claim that indeed the fire brigade sometimes shows up hours after the fire has begun. Some of the issues they're trying to iron out in that sector. And that takes us to our first break, but when we come back, I will run you through a couple of more stories, then we'll look at business and later on sports.
Ever crazy. Undoubtedly entertaining. And mind-boggling. We are doomed. We are doomed. Members of parliament, we are doomed. I'm telling you. The savage netizens. Capturing that unique moment.
Welcome back and many thanks for keeping it Channel 1. Let's move on. Human rights organization Haki Africa is calling for the immediate reinstatement of the security detail of Justice Lawrence Mugambi, which was allegedly withdrawn after he sentenced the acting Inspector General of Police Gilbert Masengeli to a 6-month jail term in prison for contempt of court. Arresting journalist in Mombasa, Haki Africa Rapid Response Officer Matthias Shipeta. The action undermines the rule of law and constitutionalism in Kenya.
This unwarranted act of retribution against a sitting judge is a clear attack on the judiciary, which is constitutionally mandated to remain independent and free from interference. It signals a dangerous shift towards a culture where impunity reigns, and those who seek to uphold justice and accountability face retaliation from state actors. This undermines not only judicial independence, but also the very fabric of Kenya's democracy. Haki Africa demands that the National Police Service immediately reinstates the security detail of Honorable Mugambi and seize any further actions that undermine judicial authority.
Tunawaomba hasa kwanza acting IG aweze kuheshimu na kutekeleza maamuzi ya koti ambayo yamefanywa na Justice Mugambi. Na kama hatafanya hivyo, tunamuuliza Profesa Kindiki kama mtu tuliompa kazi kuhakikisha kwamba anakamatwa na anapelekwa korokoroni, anapelekwa gerezani kuweza kutumikia kifungo chake cha miezi 6. Kama haitafanyika hivyo, tumeeleza kwamba sheria, katiba na sheria inatupa sisi wananchi uwezo wa kulitekeleza hilo wenyewe. Tuweze kumkamate, tutamkamata sisi wananchi na tumpeleke korokoroni sisi wenyewe kwa mujibu wa sheria na kwa mujibu wa katiba.
Moving on, the widow of late Mombasa tycoon Mohamed Bayusuf is calling on the justice system to expedite her decade-long legal battles pitting her late husband's company Anwar Mohamed Bayusuf Limited and a local lender. Nul Jaizan Bayusuf's widow, through the family spokesperson and civil rights group, appealed to the Chief Justice to hasten the conclusion of the case, saying 10 years in court was such a long time. Diamond Trust Bank seeks to possess the late property over a loan that has accumulated with interest to the tune of 174 million shillings.
Hii kesi ina zaidi ya miaka 10. Bwanake Anwar Bayusuf amefariki 2010. 2011 pale DTB kuna akaunti hushi ilifunguliwa, na hiyo akaunti kuna loan hapo waliweka pesa, ambapo wanasema bwanake alitoka kaburini akaja akachukua loan. Leo ndani ya miaka 10, zaidi ya miaka 10, Nur Jaizan anateseka pamoja na watoto wake mayatima.
Tutakuwa kila siku na tutasimama kila siku na tutasimama na haki ya Nur Jaizan mpaka tuhakikishe Nur Jaizan amepata haki yake. Na mimi leo namwambia Martha Koome asisahau kama vile alivyotufundisha tusimame na haki na tudefend kina mama. Leo nataka atoe sauti yake, hii sauti imfikie, na atoe sauti yake, aamrishe haki isimame.
Kwa hivyo ningependa serikali pia watuchukulie section ya pili, wachunguzie zaidi ya masala haya ya DPP wanaofanya Diamond Trust Bank.
And still at the coast, persons with disability in Kilifi County have decried the lack of adequate representation at the Kilifi County Assembly. In a media briefing in Malindi, Victorine Nyamolo, the coordinator of the Orange Democratic Movement Disability League in the county, claimed appeals to the ODM leadership at the county and national level have fallen on deaf ears, while a case the PWDs filed against the decision to deny them representation has been dismissed on technical grounds.
Mimi kama coordinator wa ODM Disability League Kilifi County najisikia na niko na msukumo mkubwa sana nyuma yangu wenzangu walemavu kwamba tumeachwa nyuma. Tuliachwa nyuma, hatuna representative katika kaunti yetu ya Kilifi. Tunaomba wanakamati ambao wanakuja mtu jaribie kutueleza kwamba sisi tunaweza kuenda kwa nani. Sababu speaker anatuambia twende kwa chairman, chairman anatuambia twende kwa speaker, na ni mtu mmoja huyo. Sasa sisi kama walemavu ODM Disability League Kilifi County tutafanyaje? Kwa sababu tunajua ni haki yetu kuwa na representative.
Time to look at business. Ajua Kali, artisan and mechanic Joshua, beg your pardon, I will take it again. Revenue from electronic commerce in Kenya is expected to reach 125 billion shillings in 2024, according to statistics by German data and business intelligence platform Statista. E-commerce platform Kilmore says it's planning to open more logistic hubs in the country and deepen trade between Kenya and China. O'Brien Kimani talked to Kilmore Executive Vice President Ji Bin about the company's business prospects and filed the following report.
Guys, there is this new product I am selling. Would you be interested? What product? Mind your business. It works wonders and it is good for human consumption.
Lucy is a cow. Okay, I've had enough for the day.
You bought a cow in Nairobi and you are all living in rentals.
Today you look very different and bombastic. Connie, are you going for an interview?
I learned indeed and I passed with flying colors.
Oh, here we go again. Can't you guys keep private? This was private. You were that tap to anyone you think would listen.
Mtazamaji, tumekuandalia taarifa zinazogonga vichwa vya vyombo vya habari kutoka hapa jijini Nairobi na pia mashinani.
Wanahabari zaidi ya ubora wao wako ange kukuletea habari pindi zinapochipuka kutoka pembe zote za Kenya.
Kwenye kipindi cha Tamrini tunakuletea mazungumzo ya moja kwa moja kufafanua na kuangazia masuala yanayokuhusu wewe mtazamaji.
Kumbuka, taarifa yenye thamani daima hupokewa kwa amani.
Hivyo basi usikose kuungana nasi kila siku ya wiki.
Tukupakulie na tukutaarifu taarifa yenye mnato kwenye runinga unayoienzi. Kwenye kuruzi mashinani,
PWDs.
I do apologize for that technical mix-up, but allow me to retake that story again. Revenue from electronic commerce in Kenya is expected to reach 125 billion shillings in 2024. That is according to statistics by German data and business intelligence platform Statista. E-commerce platform Kilmore says it's planning to open more logistic hubs in the country to deepen trade between Kenya and China. O'Brien Kimani talked to Kilmore's Executive Vice President Ji Bin about the company's business prospects and filed the following report.
$2 billion, and these numbers are expected to go even higher in the next decade.
The growth of electronic trade has defied all projections and expectations, where 20% of all purchase is online these days. The numbers have been boosted by lingering impact of COVID-19 pandemic. According to estimates by Insider Intelligence, e-commerce is expected to hit $6.3 trillion globally in 2024 before accelerating to $8 trillion in 2027. In Kenya, the online shopping craze has been growing at a double-digit rate, where 3 out of 10 transactions are done through e-commerce platforms. Online trading site Kilmore is eyeing more logistical hubs in Kenya to meet this growing demand.
Kilishop means a pickup station. They work with us. They earn money from this. This is one example. And also riders. Riders deliver the parcels to the customers. They gain revenues by each parcel they delivered. So this way, how to create the jobs in Africa is what we really want to do.
When I met with the Kilmore Executive Vice President Xie Bin in China early this month, he was optimistic that Kenyan online trade will continue to register better growth in the coming days. In Africa, Kenya is the third biggest e-commerce market behind South Africa and Nigeria.
Currently in Mombasa, we already have a warehouse, and we have also a warehouse in Nairobi. We are providing the service to all across Kenya because our e-commerce company, we are an e-commerce company. So all Kenyans in different regions, they can buy from us. And we deliver to them based on our logistic network, which is all across Kenya.
But for Kilmore, Kenya is their important and biggest market. The company is working on bringing more products to the online market, away from the traditional items like clothes, electronics, and home products. Bin says Kilimanjaro Mall will continue to link Chinese traders with Kenyan consumers in a bid to grow trade between the two regions. O'Brien Kimani for Channel 1 Business.
Elsewhere, over 20 investors who had secured documentations to start constructing at the special economic zones risk having their licenses revoked due to non-activity or slow pace of investment. Investment Promotion Principal Secretary Abubakar Hassan is concerned that even though Kenya has 38 special economic zones, only 10 are operational.
Kenya enacted the Special Economic Zone Act in 2015 that, among others, establishes preferential tax zones as major pillars of economic growth and development. Since then, 38 special economic zones have been gazetted. However, activity remains low, with some investors dragging their feet.
20 are not operational and they are gazetted. So we are thinking of degazetting these ones. Because if you have gazetted this land and you are not developing it, there is no use.
During the official launch of the Association of Special Economic Zones, Investment Promotion Principal Secretary highlighted the incentives offered by Kenya for those investing in special economic zones.
We have also removed taxes for local backward integration. 3, we have also removed withholding taxes for investors who are being financed through foreign money, so there will be no interest on or withholding tax on interest paid.
Special economic zones investors say there have been challenges such as regulatory and legislative issues surrounding labor, transportation networks and logistical hubs, as well as institutional and governance challenges delaying prospective SEZs.
We should give timelines to the association to regulate the industry, so that we have our own way of saying maybe we give them two years for them to come up with the gazettement.
For example, the aspects of utilities, the cost of power, the issue of access in terms of road infrastructure, in terms of water.
The Association of Special Economic Zones has been founded to address issues of unemployment, slow rate of foreign direct investments, and bringing together players to address their issues. Alan Oko, Lunchtime News.
Kenya has signed a memorandum of understanding with Danish shipping line Maersk to start offering locally trained seafarers with work experience on the sea. Maritime and Shipping Principal Secretary Geoffrey Kipruto says the training is part of a number of agreements that will also see Denmark equip Bandari Maritime College with modern facilities.
Kenya is planning to increase maritime activities in a bid to make the country a continental shipping hub. To increase its regional shipping market share, Kenya has signed an agreement with the second largest global shipping line to train local seafarers. Part of the training will see Maersk Shipping Line offer sea time to local seafarers for 12 months.
Maersk being a global conglomerate, this is like a pilot for them, and they should be able to, because we are now working closely with them, they should be able to give us more slots going forward.
In a raft of agreements with the Danish maritime companies, prospective students will undertake engineering and deck training in Denmark. Bandari College will also be equipped to start offering advanced global training and certification.
Maritime Authority, working closely with Kenya Maritime Authority, will be able to help us in raising the standards of maritime training and education in Kenya.
The mutual certificate recognition agreement that was signed between Kenya and South Korea in 2021 will also be operationalized to enable Kenyan-trained seafarers absorbed in the Asian shipping market.
There is one MOU, and that is the most important. It is the MOU on mutual recognition of certificates. That holds the key to Kenyans being recruited as seafarers by Korean shipping companies, and Korea is at an advanced stage of reviewing that MOU.
Kenya is seeking support from Denmark and South Korea to host the Green Shipping Conference in February next year. Benson Drioba reporting for Lunchtime News.
And in sports, Harambee Stars tactician Engin Firat is confident the charges can pull a surprise against the highly fancied indomitable Lions of Cameroon in the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualification matches slated for the 7th to the 15th of October this year. Having collected an impressive 4 points out of a possible 6 in the qualifiers, Firat said the boys are not afraid of Cameroon ahead of their crucial fixtures. Kenya is perched at the top of Group J after they played out to a goalless draw against Zimbabwe in Uganda in their first match before they beat Namibia 2-1 away in South Africa. On the other hand, Cameroon has had a slow start in the qualifiers. They narrowly beat Namibia 1-0 before a goalless draw against Zimbabwe. Turkish Airlines men and Vukluke women were crowned the champions of the 7-goal polo tournament held at the Nairobi Polo Club. Turkish Airlines men secured a commanding 7-3 victory over Light Blue thanks to an impressive performance by Mauricio Andre and Bobby Carrier. Alexander Watson and Julian Katin displayed outstanding skill that ensured Vukluke clinched the women's title. The tournament marked the third event of the 2024-2025 Nairobi Polo season. Focus now shifts to the next event of the season, the Chakras and Carols tournament, which is set to take place in December. World kickboxing champion Dennis Leonidas has promised to build a ground for practicing judo known as Shiajo in Kenya in order to uplift the sport.
Dennis stated this after donating judo kits to Gitodhua Primary School in Ruiru today in a ceremony that was attended by the Kenya Judo Federation President, who is also the President of African Judo, Shedrack Maluki.
The testament of our happiness is in the faces of these children. We've been having challenges associated to lack of judogis, and this morning we are delighted that finally that issue has now been put to rest.
Дети, kids, это будущее нации. Kids are our future nation, our future countries, и будущее мира. And the future world. Kids understand that they need to share, they need to help each other, and they need to work together. So when they grow in future, they are going to propagandize the world, love, and friendship.
The world champion said he will work closely with the Kenya governing body to ensure the sport is introduced in grassroots, starting with the school curriculum.
Школа дзюдо стала первым социальным проектом. The first judo was the first social project, that which I am introducing in Kenya. With the possibility and the ability, I am going to support the Federation of Judo in Kenya so as to realize that possibility in life.
This is a first project that is going to be undertaken by the Russian government and also led by my brother here, Dennis. It is a worthy cause in terms of judo development.
Before we started, we had difficulties. We had difficulties for training area, the tatami, the mat, and now the judogis. But I thank our sponsors and the way they have come up to show their love to us.
He also added that despite Kenya's performance at the Olympics, they can still register better results if they were well trained. For Lunchtime News, I'm Daniel Mwendwa.
Further afield, Rayo Vallecano came from behind to beat Osasuna 3-1 in a Spanish La Liga match played at the Estadio de Vallecas. Vallecano are placed 6th on the table standings with 7 points following that win, while Osasuna is 11th with the same number of points but with an inferior goal aggregate.
Shoulder barge from Brian Zaragoza, who's carrying the ball forward here now. It's still Brian Zaragoza! Definitely what you'd call a hostile environment! And it might get even worse as Raul Garcia plays it wide for Mumin, who plays it across! In fact, he goes for goal! And it's an unbelievable strike from Ball into the box now. The cut back from Chavarria. It drops for Ratiu, and it's in. Fullback to fullback, and Rayo Vallecano from behind take the lead. He ultimately goes for goal himself and kills the game. 2 minutes left on the clock. Unai Lopez.
Very well, that's where we put a cap on KBC Lunchtime News this Tuesday afternoon. But for sports fans, just to remind you that the new Face Champions League kicks off this week all the way to Thursday, and you can bet on KBC Channel 1 for the goal, sights and sounds in our news broadcast. Thank you so much indeed for joining us. More news in our subsequent bulletin. My name is Bentro Enjoy. Susan Thuku has been our sign language interpreter for this live newscast. Don't forget to check out our social media spaces, including our website that is www.kbc.co.ke. Have a good one.
Guys, there is this new product I am selling. Would you be interested?
What product?
Mind your business. It works wonders and it is good for human consumption.
Lucy is a cow. Okay, I've had enough for the day.
You bought a cow in Nairobi and you are all living in rentals.
Naya, today you look very different and bombastic. Kwani, are you going for an interview?
Ireland indeed, and I passed with flying colors.
Oh, here we go again. Can't you guys keep private? This was private. You were just tap to anyone you pick with.
Cheza wimbo wetu, cheza wimbo wetu, ukinihitaji we icheze wakati wowote. Hi, this is Keithan and you are watching Grapevine. Stay tuned. Cheers.
Well, go on, beautiful people. Welcome to the biggest, the baddest entertainment show right here in the 254. I'm talking about extraordinary show right here in the 254. Na leo niko na show moja ya Vungu. Talking about show moja ya Vungu, I got you a cocktail of activity. Just to mention but a few, Muthoni Drama Queen. When was the last time you had an experience or rather a performance from Muthoni Drama Queen? Also, I got you, a one-on-one chit-chat with one of the baddest Kenyan artists. You want to know who he is? Keep it right here on The Baddest Show in the 254. My name is Jack Mula, the partydaddy.co.ke, aka your girlfriend got your number. And this is Grapevine. Bang. What you gotta do? We are kicking off the show with now its Experience, an event hosted by Alliance Française featuring Muthoni Drama Queen alongside Blinky Bill. Let's check it out. Hey.
The Now It's Experience talking event hosted at the Allianz Francais by iconic Kenyan artist Muthoni Drama Queen and Blinky Bill was an unforgettable midweek segue. Despite being held on a Wednesday, the atmosphere, turnout and energy was so electric you'd think it's a weekend party. The crowd was buzzing and the vibes were just right. The live band brought everything to life. Every element was spot on. Muthoni Drama Queen dominated the stage, her powerful voice matched only by her bold and elegant movements. Blinky Bill brought the perfect blend of laid-back and groovy vibes, and together they were in perfect harmony. Every track was a hit, from crowd favorites like Mungu Halali, Suzy Noma, Feeling It, Pomoni, Raha, Attention, to new unreleased songs they've been working on since 2020.
We tell you, Simma. Shake it down, like. We tell you, Simma.
The crowd, a vibrant mix of Nairobi's creative community, came together to celebrate the rich tapestry of local talents. It was clear that this gathering was about more than just music. It was about community, resilience, and the undeniable spirit of Nairobi.
Unforgettable experience right there, manze. Big shout out to Muthoni Drama Queen alongside Blinky Bill, manze. Yeah, such an event. Blinky Bill is one of the artists mwenye anakuanga na, huge audience outside the country, and I'm talking about Paris na uko inje. Yeah, him performing right here in the 254. That was dope, man. Now, on our Musically Speaking tonight, we feature a songwriter and a performer. I'm talking about Keithan. Let's check him out.
In the fluorescent light. Na nitafanya ninachoweza darling, ikisema roho imesema.
Hi, I'm Keithan. I'm a singer-songwriter and a music producer and a merchant of hope.
Tutaenda hadi siku itasimama.
I always hope to inspire people, through the music. So if it's a love song, you're trying to hope for love, or you have it, you're hoping it will last. And so I'm giving that to people because I feel like whenever you lose hope, then you lose in life. So yeah, merchant of hope.
Nakupenda hivyo ulivyo, si badilishi. Nakupenda hivyo ulivyo.
My first interactions with music were actually through dance. So I'm told, because I don't have a clear recollection, but I can remember a bit, that when I was a kid, I used to break dance for family gatherings. But now my bones grew a bit stiff now, so I can only dance a bit. But listening to rhythm and listening to music and moving and grooving with that kind of got me into music a lot more. I've always wanted to show how I create music. I feel like people seeing that behind the scenes or seeing like the work that goes into it kind of inspires them and gives them like that edge to continue. So that was in a way the most important thing that I was looking at. And then I figured if I can loop, that could give people like an insight, because I'm setting the tracks one by one, and so I guess it can also give people who listen to my music like more appreciation for it, because now they can see the work that goes into it. So it was a big risk, obviously, in the beginning, but if we're doing the second edition, that means, wow, it's working.
But mostly, I hope you find all these things within yourself.
Yeah, I can't even believe it. It was a lot of work, to be honest. But once I got on stage and just seeing all the people who were there and feeling that love, because the energy was so powerful, and feeling that love, it kind of also kind of grounded me, because it's showing me that all those people believe, they have come out to support as well. So it was a lot of mixed reactions and feelings.
And that is why you are my woman, the ones to my Luga, sweet Matunda, baby you are.
These are my friends for sure, first of all. So they were very, very glad to come through and support. And they're also just people that I love. I love their music. I love them as people, as humans. So even like me just calling them and being like, yo, I have a show coming up. They already even knew, obviously, about it. I'm like, yo, let's sing the song that we did together. It was so seamless, for sure. So I appreciate that.
Jioni, kila jioni, na miujipata, asubuhi na kuwaza.
Obviously, in the moment, there were some things that kind of made me write the songs, but mainly most of them were just family related. And at the time, I was also going through a transition. There were so many things just happening in my life, so that project just came to me at the perfect time. It was now my way of like music therapy and just releasing. I feel like it's how I'd like to be defined. Not just as musiki, not just someone who just creates music, but just as a general artist, a lover of art, and I just didn't want to feel like I'm boxed into that space, so it was definitely time.
I hope that I'm enough for you.
This is serious, here we are for Benfinias, as long as it's true. Baby, I got my heart addicted to you. I'm addicted to.
Actually, I have to shout out Kid Volt who came up with the idea and even created the art. I told him what the project is about, and the project being about healing and like you stitching yourself up and getting yourself to the best places. And so he was like, what if you actually just do that? We have you stitching yourself up. And we just did it, and he's amazing. All credit to him for sure. And clearly now the project is out. Yeah.
Thank you so much, everybody.
To be honest, there's a song called This Type of Love. Initially, I was just, I just did it initially just as a song that I wanted to post on Instagram. But then afterwards, people started liking it. But nowadays, the song that's surprising me the most is called One More. Now that one is surprising me because it's a very deep and almost dark song, like your dark thoughts. But seeing that there are actually people who related to that was very special.
Wakaribu wanatambua, saa zingine maneno unisumbua, wayanikata, wayanihada.
And I just want to say thank you to all the fans, all the supporters, all the partners, everyone who's believing in me and supporting. I appreciate it. It means so much to me. We've done a crazy show and you guys have come through. I really, really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, and I'm going to be showing you all through the weeks. I'm sure I'll be seeing you soon once again.
Ukinihitaji wewe icheze wakati wowote. Sing it out. Yeah, hata nikiwa mbali aje. Thank you so much.
Keithan is a dope artist that you guys just need to check him out, man. He's a songwriter, singer, and a performer. Right about now, we are taking a break. Feel free like a boss to catch us on our social media handles at Jack Muller and at KBC Channel 1. See you right after the break.